Hey everyone, I have a short tutorial today on how to download Git and Git Bash and install. Git is just a free and open source version control system that's designed to handle everything from small to large projects with good speed and efficiency. The biggest thing is it allows developers to work on the same project simultaneously and keep track of changes made to the code over time, making it just much easier to collaborate and maintain different versions of the product as you go on. And so with Git Bash, then Git Bash is just a command line interface for Git. And so it provides that terminal emulator on the Windows system, and it allows users to run Git commands as well as just a variety of other shell commands. And so we'll start here on the Git website, git-scm.com. And you can see this is their main website. And you can go to downloads here. We'll click downloads. And then we're going to go to Windows here and click download. And then we're going to click here to download to get the latest version of Git for Windows. And so then it's going to give me my installer down here at the bottom. And so now we'll open up our setup here, installation wizard. And so we'll hit next. And as we go through this, there's certain options that we're going to select that will be specific to kind of what you need. But for the most part, I'm going to keep everything here as default. There will be a couple different things that I will change. You can add additional icons at desktop, but everything here I'm going to keep the standard as default. Same thing here, click default, click next. Here, when choosing a default editor, I'm going to switch mine here to using Visual Studio Code as Git's default editor. When you're in Git Bash and you want to open up your code editing software, I use Git Bash here, and then it'll open up Visual Studio Code from my command line there. And so I'll select that one there, hit next. This one here, we're just going to let Git decide the branch new repositories, adjusting the name instead of having to override it. So we'll keep that the same. Here we're going to go with what's recommended for the path environment. So we'll leave that the same there. Here we'll keep this the same as well. You use the bundled open SSH. Okay, and then here we will keep this the same as well. You use open SSL library. Here I'm going to make a change, and we're going to go to check as is, commit Unix-style line endings. So we'll select this option here. This one here, we're going to change it here to use Windows default console window. And then here, everything else for the most part, I believe, should be set to default. Okay, we'll leave that there. We'll hit next here. We'll hit next here. This here is some new things. As you can see, enable experiment support for pseudo consoles. You can still see it still has some known bugs. So if you want to use programs like Node or Python in the Git Bash window, just know what you're kind of selecting there. Right now, I'm just going to hit install, and we're going to go through and install Git here for that. So any settings, for the most part, all should be left in their default mode. There was only about 2 or 3 there. The choosing the default editor, your checkout as is for the commit Unix-style line endings, and then finally select the Windows default console window. Okay, so it's finishing up here my install. As we finish this up, I'll kind of then show you what we have here. Okay, now we're going to select launch Git Bash. I don't need to see the release notes, and we'll hit finish. Okay, so now I have my command line here that we will then, if I can get this to get a little bit bigger. I'm having issues there. So now I'm going to go here and we'll just open up Git Bash. There we go. So now you can see from my root directory here, I can go ls. I can see then all my folders and files from my root directory. I can now change directory to my Git folder. I can go ls and see what's underneath there, and now I can hit code dot, and now we can open up Visual Studio Code from our command line. And that is the basics on how to install Git and Git Bash and run it on your computer there. Thank you. If this helped, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe. If there's any criticism, I'm more than willing to take it. You can put it in the comments. Very much appreciate, and I hope you enjoyed my video.